Well, let me just say, put her politics aside, she looked fabulous. She had the miniskirt on, but this is the biggest thing about it. Jason, that was her fiancé that was with her. He didn't say a word. So talk about a really strong man. Yeah.
Alex, Primetime Stein, you've seen him rapping and rhyming at city council meetings all over the country. He's taken his act to the nation's capital and ran into AOC. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, you run into her. Alex, let's play a little clip of your engagement with AOC, and then I want to ask you some questions.
AOC, my favorite big booty Latina. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina.
I want to do a little selfie.
I love it. My favorite AOC. Nice to meet you, AOC. Look how sexy she looks in that dress. Woo, I love it, AOC. Hot, hot, hot like a tamale.
Oh, why didn't you call her a breakfast taco like Jill Biden, Alex? Let's start there.
Well, Jason, see, I'm from Texas, and a tamale is even a better delicacy in the Latinx community, the Latinx community. A tamale is even better than a taco. And seriously, like, obviously I kind of, took it to the line by calling her, a big booty Latina. But this is why I did it, Jason, because she always talks about how people have crushes on her, and that's why people don't like her. So I knew that if I did that, I would give her ammunition and that it would trigger her, because she would be forced to use this content as some sort of social justice tool to say that she's being sexualized all the time. So I said, you know what? You're going to complain about sexualization. Why don't I sexualize a little bit? And she fell right into my trap, Jason.
Listen, Alex, I got to be honest. I do think she looked really good in that dress. I don't think you were lying.
Jason, she looked like a 10. And, even though, they say, oh, well, she's not pretty because her politics are terrible. Well, let me just say, put her politics aside. She looked fabulous. She had the miniskirt on. But this is the biggest thing about it. Jason, that was her fiancé that was with her. He didn't say a word. So talk about a really strong man. Yeah, that was her fiancé, the guy in the red hair. He didn't say a word, Jason.
Oh, my God. She came after you, but him being a beta male, he did nothing. You get what you asked for, AOC. Here's what I found.
Well, I just want to say she wears the thong in the relationship. She wears the thong, not him. You know what I mean?
So I think she's blocked you on Twitter now.
Yeah.
And she originally complained. I think you actually captured, because she deleted her original tweet where she was very upset with you. But we caught her in a bit of a contradiction, because AOC is really protesting. And she's got tweets here I saw in 2020, after the summer of George Floyd in December 2020. The whole point of protesting is to make people uncomfortable. Activists take the discomfort with the status quo and advocate for concrete policy changes. Popular support often starts small and grows. To folks who complain about protest demands makes others uncomfortable. That's the point. You seem to make AOC uncomfortable there. And then just in July, after Brett Kavanaugh gets harassed at a restaurant, AOC, Ocasio-Cortez, here she is. I posted about a deeply disgusting incident. Oh, no, I'm reading it wrong. That's her complaining about you. Let me find. Here she is earlier in July. I will never understand the pearl clutching over these protests. Republicans send people to protest me all the time, sometimes drunk and belligerent. Nobody cares about it unless it's a Republican in a restaurant. Can someone please explain the obsession? Because I don't get it. So Brett Kavanaugh, he's fair game at a restaurant. But AOC, Big Booty Latina, she's not okay on the steps of the Capitol. She can't be protested. I would imagine people outside Kavanaugh's home, Clarence Thomas's home, I imagine they're saying worse things than, hey, you look good in that miniskirt, you big booty Latina. I would imagine they're saying worse things than that, wouldn't you?
Well, their whole agenda, of course, they're saying worst thing, but their whole agenda is victimhood. That's the problem in society, and that's why you're a great person, Jason, because you're fearless. You don't want to be a victim. But they've tricked people into thinking that victimhood is the proper way to feel. We shouldn't feel like victims. We need to take back our lives and be winners and be champions and not just have participation trophies and just be okay with being a victim. But AOC, she's trying to push that narrative of victimhood, and it's really disgusting, in my opinion.
So in her original tweet, she complained that you said she had a luscious ass. Yeah. Is that deleted out of the video, or did you say big booty Latina and she interpreted as her having a luscious ass? I'm perfectly fine with both descriptions based off of what I saw in the video, but what did you actually really say?
Jason, you saw an unedited version. I said big booty, and this is why, because I know how to take it to the line without crossing it, and that's what I tried to do. Because, listen, I was complimenting her. Of course, I was kind of being a little overly sexualized, but that's why, because she always complains about the sexualization. So that's why I said booty. That's why I called her a hot tamale, because I was trying to, basically talk about what we're talking about in this day and age. They're calling people breakfast tacos. They're literally giving, the Latin community these stupid nicknames. Why can't I say a nickname for her? So I was just calling out the hypocrisy. And I said this earlier, I just laid out a trap, and she couldn't have hook, line, and sinker like this fish in the Potomac River. I got her so easily. I'm very surprised by a congresswoman like that. You think she'd be a little smarter to not feed a troll like myself, Jason.